Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All honor, glory, and praise go up and out to the Most High Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahusha, Yahusha. Form Yahshalom. All right. Thank the Most High for living to make it to see another Sabbath day. As he continue to sift and he continue to shake. Right? He's shaking the earth, knocking over tables. And he also sits in the house of Israel also. Let's see who's going to be left in the city. Dealing with the advocate's advocate. The advocate's advocate. You understand? The advocate's advocate. Somebody would like to be friends with the devil's advocate. Right? Someone who just keep begging. Won't leave the advocate alone. Not Satan himself, but just the advocate. The advocate is the one that's in control, that's running everything. We keep begging, like I said, like I'm going to keep saying, because this is what's happening. But what's happening now, the Most High is doing a great divide. He's separating good from evil, sheep from the goats, right? Righteousness from unrighteousness. We see it. We see it. He's stirring up the pot real good, so everybody can see it. Won't be no excuses, family. So everybody can see it. All right? I'm going to go straight to Proverbs 23 and 10. He's making sure everybody see it. That's what he's doing. Proverbs 23 and 10. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. Do not remove the old landmark, and enter not into the field of the fatherless. Israel, you got a father. He gave the stars, the moons, the planets, and all the other stuff for the nations to worship. But you, he put aside so he can groom y'all to be a kingdom of priests. And that's what he's doing. He knew from the beginning that you weren't going to obey him. Not everybody, but through all the trial and tribulation, he knew at the same time it was going to come out a righteous sect or a remnant. After all the mayhem that they done went through and atrocities and crime and madness, he knew it was going to be something to come back to him. They was going to search it out, figure it out, right? And was not going to be the advocate's advocate. And if we were in past time, we found out that we were an advocate to the advocate. And not wanting to do this no more. Because we understand the destruction, even the role that we played when we was a part of the world. You got to admit to your part of effing up the people. Once you can do that, you can go to the next phase or the next stage. All right? Proverbs 10. Remove not the old landmark and enter not into the field of the fatherless. Right? Don't enter into the house or the field or the society of the people who have no masculine disciplinary. No masculine disciplinary. Everything has been turned and gone to effeminization. Don't enter into the field of the fatherless. Remove not the old landmark. The old landmark is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, which have been removed. That's why everything goes now, right? Everything goes now. That's why I can walk out here today and see a mama with a bun on top of her head with her son, who about 10 years old. She done put a bun in the square in the middle of his head. It's a sad story, man. Super sad story. That need to be checked. But that's sad, man. That's just one example. I don't want to get into it. Y'all got eyes to see it. Look at it. Understand what you're looking at. And go in depth with what you're looking at. Don't just look at it for now. What's going to be the outcome of a child like that, man? 9 times out of 10, a lot of people say, hey, he might grow out of it. Wow. Might grow out of it. Why it just can't be at all? Right? Why that has to be, man? So don't remove the old landmarks, the old landmark is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. If they wouldn't remove the old landmark, I wouldn't be out here talking right now. Simple as that. Righteousness will be in place, and unrighteousness won't be found. That's it. And if it was to be found, it'll be overthrown by righteousness. Easy. Because they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have the pollution because they understand if it was a overwhelming amount of righteous people and a small amount of unrighteous people, they know to get rid of that virus. Because a little leaven will leaven the whole lump, sir. Bam. All right? Getting into it. Going to Psalms chapter 40 and 4. Psalm chapter 40, verse 4. It is what it is, though. I got to hang in there and just keep watching. Eat this popcorn, like my aunt said, just sit back. Because we got a group over across seas. Well, not just over across seas. All the leaders, a lot of these leaders in the world claiming that they're going to go up to Mount Sinai and come with some new laws. See? They coming with some new laws. He shot me a video from YouTube, but somebody got some information on the Pope and his comrades gonna go up to Mount Sinai and make a declaration of new laws for you guys out there, for the New Age movement, right? For the NWO. I hope you in position. Hear me good. Pope, y'all look it up, y'all tell me. Pope and his comrades going up to Mount Sinai, where the Most High handed out the law, statutes, commandments to Moses, to the children of Israel. But now they're going to go back up there. They're going to declare some new laws. But it won't be the Most High who will be bringing down them laws to them. This will not be the Most High who's going to bring these laws down to them. Y'all figure it out. Psalm chapter 40, verse 4. Blessed is that man that maketh the Most High's trust, and respected not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Right? Once again, I'm talking about the advocate. The one who's holding on to the wrong coattail. Like all our entertainers. When I say entertainers, I mean all of them, from movies to sports, commentators, it does not matter, musicians, all of it, man, all of it. They are advocates to the advocate, right? They playing, they third-hand demons, who they sit in front of y'all to lead y'all and guide y'all and bring y'all to Satan for an offering. Simple. Same thing Kanye crying about right now, right? Because he is still an advocate. Until he got to do this every day now. He can't go back to prove himself. He got to do this every day. Kyrie too. You can't go back. You can't let them punk you, man. You can't let him punk you. Satan is a punk himself. Don't let him punk you, man. But we'll see. That is to be seen. But that's what happens when you join hands and think you're going to manipulate the evil one's society. You think you're going to get in there, sign your little piece of paper, do your little business, rap, dribble the ball, run the ball, hit the ball over the net, shoot the ball in the hole, jump over some hurdles. You think you're going to get away with that for a small period of time and it'll all be over. No way, Jose. You messing with the wrong one or the right one, right? Depends on how you want to put it. You're messing with the wrong one or the right one. But that's what you're going to get, and that's what you get, man. So I pray they stay strong. Even if you got to die for it, stay strong. That's all I can say. Read the scripture, Psalm chapter 40, verse 4. Blessed is that man that maketh the Most High his trust, not the other one. Blessed is that man that maketh the Most High his trust. So if the Most High is a masculine spirit in the male form, so Satan is always the opposite. He's always the opposite. So his job is like he's doing now, is to demasculate. Why? Why he want all the men to be like him? Because that's his deal. That's his deal. So blessed is the man that maketh the Most High's trust. He said blessed and respecteth not the proud. Who is the proud? Nor such as turn aside to lies. Who is the father of lies? Right? Who is the proud and who is the father of lies? Y'all know the scriptures, and if you don't, search them out. Who is the proud and who is the father of lies? And why is y'all continuing to follow these idols? You got this young guy supposedly done passed away named Takeoff. They got some funeral they done had for him the other day, I heard. And this is the ordainership from their high up, their lower superiors to get together and have a great big funeral in some arena or something where all the fallen ones or the fallen ones' children gonna gather together in honor of one of their fallen ones. It's getting worse and worse out here, y'all. It is what it is. The Most High got this thing on a big screen so everybody can see it, man. The whole world can see it. High up in the sky, you can see it. Yeah, they done had a wicked funeral. Very wicked funeral again. It's one thing to bury him. You're gonna go to an auditorium, and I don't even know the significance of it. I done heard so much about the madness. It's ridiculous. You know? So, I don't know. Ain't no telling. They probably twerking and everything at the funeral. You know? Had a lot of, I'm pretty sure they did. Got a lot of entertainers to do their little thing at the funeral. Bunch of butt naked women running around, bunch of effeminate men on stage doing their thing. And it is what it is. They had a funeral, Sodom and Gomorrah, a section off orgy for a funeral. Moving on. And I ain't even looked at it. I'm just talking about it. What else can they do? It's not their deal to do right. Their deal is to promote unrighteousness. So whatever's clever, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it. I can only imagine. All right? Love the precept. Blessed is that man that maketh the Most High's trust and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Do not respect that proud one who fell. Do not respect the father of lies who fell. Period. And you will be okay. But if you salivate after his mirage is his gifts that he dangle in front of your face, and you salivate, then you go for the okie doke. You can't get mad. You can't get mad after you find out what you done did. You get tired of what you've been doing, and you want to lash out, start hollering and screaming. You tired of it. Well, you got to be for real about being tired of it. You got to be done with it. Completely. Done with it. Right? You got to be done with it. So we'll see. We'll see. If the Most High allow me to keep living, I'm going to see. I'm going to see. Moving on, fam. Moving on. We're going to see, man. Going to Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 29. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 29. We will see. The book of Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 29. Behold, the days come. Oh, Salakia. In those days, they shall say no more. Listen good, family. In those days, they shall say no more. The fathers have eaten a sour grape, And the children's teeth are set on edge. Woo! So that's what you call selling your soul. And the children about to be next. And the children about to be next. But this ain't nothing new. This is old, right? But this is some of the stuff now. And I just saw the other night that my wife showed me Kanye spewing out about how his mama was sacrificed. This some of the stuff Shaka Khan was talking about a years back in her little interview, how her mom was sacrificed, how her son and her daughter is not here anymore, and all the things you got to go to please the one that they chose to serve. Right? That's some of the gifts that they got to give up and bring forth for this mirage that they like to live in. Because it's all a mirage. It's not real. It's not real, family. It's not real at all. He dangle it in your face to make it seem real. Once you get inside, it's a whole nother ball game. That's why you get the entertainers talking about they losing their minds and everything, because when they get in there, they thought it was something else. It wasn't what they thought it was, family. But that's what you get when you are the advocates, when you are advocate of the advocate. Or you're the advocate's advocate. All right? Jeremiah 31:29 says, in those days, they shall say no more. In those days are now. Kanye said no more. Kyrie said no more. I say no more. The house of Israel say no more. Period. Been saying it. But the world listening now because they got their models or their role models, their idols, crying out. So the whole world listening now, but they didn't want to listen to the ones that are meek, the ones that's low, right? The ones that ain't jumping out of limos, and that's understandable. So let's move on though. But those are the ones that the Most High gonna usher into the kingdom, not the rich, but the meek. Jeremiah 31:29. In those days they shall say no more. The fathers have eaten a sour grape, very sour, boy. Got their face balled up. Man, poisonous grape, right? Salakia. The fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. Wow. Woo! So guess what? The children's teeth are now set on edge. Because you got kids, you sold your soul, you got to raise your kids up in that same way or fashion or in that same society that you dwell in. But I brought that thing out earlier about being the advocate's advocate, meaning you got a job to do, and that's to get on stage or get on TV or get on these CDs or whatever, or on the iPhone, make this evil music, this old crazy music that we all used to love and still do, right? So you can deceive the people out here that's in the commonwealth. Like I was saying with the lady, with the bun on her head with her little son, who's a kind of healthy young guy. He had to be about 10, but she got a bun sitting on top of that boy's head. And I had to look hard to see what he was, because he was big, kind of big, chubby, young little guy. I didn't know if it was a girl or a boy, but that's that confusion. That's the confusion. But it's sad, man. It's sad, man. It is sad. It's sad. Wow. Isaiah 2, verse 6 through 9, y'all. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 6 through 9. Therefore, thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, right? And are soothsayers, like the Philistines. And they please themselves in the children of strangers. They want to be the advocate's advocate. They please themselves in the children of strangers. They have become soothsayers, slick talkers, right? Cunning actors, right? Promote falsehood. what it is. We got to call it like we see it now. Like that sign green back there, I got a right to say it's green. I do have a right to do that. If that's called judging, I'm sorry, but the sign is green. All right? The sign is green. Read on. Isaiah 2:6-9. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and assume themselves like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. They love it. They love cooning. They love cooning. Charles and Shaq and LeBron, all them cats, it don't matter. They love cooning. They love cooning. All of them. I ain't just gonna highlight them. All of them love cooning until they stand up and lash out against their evil king. Until then, it is what it is. We're moving on. They'll continue being the advocate's advocate. Right? To lure y'all in. So they can go on and destroy y'all. Your own people. Your own people. Their land also is full of silver and gold, like over here. Neither is there any end of their treasure. See? Let's read on. Their land is also full of horses. Neither is there any end of the chariots. So their land is full of silver and gold over here. All kind of little dainties, all kind of little, luxuries here. Nice materials over there. Nice cars over here. Nice limos over there. Some so-called got private jets when they really don't. They'll let them ride on them, but they don't own them. But those are your horses and your chariots, your gold and your silver. Everything is being exposed right now. I don't see why they got everybody on TV with all these big old chains on when they promote man on man and woman on woman now. That's still confusing too. Right? You got on all these big chains like you're a strong dope dealer, but you promoting something totally different. Right? You promoting something totally different. With your actions, your mouth may promote selling drugs, doing drugs, having women, but y'all actions are totally different. So they promote more than what they're talking about. That's why I can walk out the house. As soon as I get over where I need to be going, I can see people got pink, lime green, burgundy, blue, yellow hair on top of their head. It's madness. All right? But that's what they promote. Their land is also full of silver and gold. Neither is there any end of their treasures. Their land is also full of horses. Neither is there any end of their chariots, period. Because he got a lot of gifts for them. He got to have those gifts to lure them in, right? Right? You got to have those gifts to lure them in. Got to. Got to. But once they get in, and the director said cut, they got to take the clothes off, take the jewelry off. They got to take all of it off and give it back. It is what it is. Yeah, you make a video, you ride around in cars and all this and all that. But I don't think that's your Lamborghini. That's not your Bugatti. It's not yours. But you talking that amongst the people or broken people who have nothing. Not nothing. They stay in the ghetto. You promote the music to the ghetto, but you ain't staying in the ghetto with them, right? You're not staying in the ghetto with them. Your job is to wipe them out. Because your master told you this is what you got to do if you want to be seen looking good. I need you to wipe them out. Because if I show up, they're going to know for sure that I'm here to wipe them out. But if you show up, they're going to trust in you because you their cousin. You their brother and you their sister. You their uncle and you their father and their mother. They're going to believe you. Verse 8, their land is also full of idols. Wow. This land over here is full of idols. Once again, They put your cousin and your brother in front of you and you gonna follow them. What's up, baby? You all right? All right, all right, all right. Their land also is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers have made. This land is full of idols, man. Right? America Got Talent, American Idols. Right? The Masked Singer. All kind of foolishness. American Housewives. Everything is turned straight into straight witchcraft, though. All of it. Just look at it. All you got to do is look at it, and I don't want to look at it. I might scroll by it because I ain't trying to tap into it because I know what I'm seeing already just by looking at what they showing on the display. I already know what it is. I see what it is. Like I said about that sign. I don't need to know nothing else. That sign green. Good enough. I'm not looking for a green sign. I'm looking for a black. Verse 9, and the mean man bowed down, and the great man humbled himself. Therefore, forgive them not. Don't forgive them. When they come saying they sorry, because they soothsayers, the Most High say, they done turn into soothsayers, slick talk. They don't mean what they say. It's just like when you go to jail, man, you don't mean that. I'll never do this again, I'll never do that again. But soon as you get out, you gotta go back and do what you just did. That's just how it went, man. That's just how it went, and that's how it still goes. You read the Bible in jail, at least I didn't, but a lot of people do. They read the Quran in jail. Then when they get back out on the street, they turn back into that monster that they was that got them in there in the first place. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. Right? But the scripture said, verse 9, and the mean man bowed down to these idols, and the great man humbled himself to these idols, man. It's all set up, man. It's sad. Right? The mean man bowed down. And the great man humbled himself also. So my brother and them screaming out there as if they great or if there's somebody, yeah, they was put on TV to make it look like that they was all that. But you ain't got nothing. It's all a mirage, man. You don't have nothing. Satan ain't gonna give you nothing. If he give you something, he ain't who he is, or she ain't who she is. Depends on what form he coming in. Can't. It's not his job to bless you and give you gifts that you can keep forever. That ain't the business that he's in. His business is deceit and destruction. Salaki. That's the business he in. Yep, that's the business he in. Deceit, destruction, and profanity. All right? That is the business he's in. Sad thing, but it is what it is, man. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 8. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen. Woo. Why? Because their tongue and their doings are against the Most High, to provoke the eyes of his glory. Right? Read it again. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Most High, to provoke the eyes, of his glory. So both kingdoms are ruined, right? Jerusalem is ruined and Judah has fallen terribly. falling. Now they sitting here crying on YouTube because one of their fallers has got taken out, whining and crying, talking about you don't want nothing to do with this. You through rapping. I'm through. You ain't through doing nothing. If you sign that contract, you gonna fulfill it. You ain't through doing nothing. Yeah, your mouth say you through, but tomorrow come when them folks see that video, you gonna change your mind real quick and get back on your job like a good HOE. Because that's what you sold yourself to be, a HOE. Moving on. The Most High call you a whore. On the streets, they call you a HOE. For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doing are against the Most High to provoke the eyes of his glory. Right? Even when our family try to come out and say they tired of it. You got his brother coming out talking about he's an idiot. He need to shut up. He need to shut up. Get back in line. I'm going to go get this whip from the master. I'm going to beat you back in line. Your own brother. I'm going to beat you back in line. Right? Isaiah chapter 5, verse 14. I'm going to beat you back in line. He ain't got to do it. I'll do it. Because I signed up for that. That's what I signed up for. To drag you back home when you run away. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 14. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and the glory and their multitudes and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. Right? So the more and more Negroes keep continuing to follow these idols, right? The Most High got it on the big screen for you to get away from that. Even if you got to die for it, man. Once again, what did he say? What's stopping you from removing yourself? He said, therefore hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp. And he that rejoices shall descend into it. Your pompous attitude and rejoicing in evil gonna allow you to jump off the diving board down into that fiery pit. And that's it. That's what's gonna allow you to do it. Pride. Proverbs 24, 1 through 2. Pride, son. Because you are of your father, the devil. Proud just like you, the advocate's advocate. You following your master. You following your master. Straight to the devil. That's what you're doing. And you know it. And you know that. But you are proud of it. You are proud of it. Proverbs 24, 1 through 2. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. So the Most High telling you, don't be envious of evil men, but it's quite the opposite out here. Because that's what they pushing on TV, and that's what's out here. So people say, this is what we do now. This is the thing that's in. This is what's happening. We're supposed to do this, regardless of what it is. Right? I'm going to go buy this rainbow pocketbook, and I'm gonna give it to my little 4-year-old girl right here. And that's just it, because this is what we doing out here. Without asking any questions, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the advocate's advocate. Be not thou envious against evil men. Right? Neither desire to be with them. Just instructions. For their heart studieth destruction, once again. And their lips talk of mischief. For their heart studieth destruction. He said their mind is continually studying destruction. And he's clever and crafty with it. Once again, he don't do it himself. He got a whole multitude. He got 3/4 of the world working for him. And they doing a good job killing themselves, polluting themselves, right? Making themselves one big ugly disease. But we need that armor and that shield of the Most High so we won't be infected, which is what? Coming out of her. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Right? Right? Sirach 4:28. That's what we got to do. That's the only way to save yourself from this poison. Read it and go. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them, for their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Don't have nothing to do with them. Back up. When you see it start getting ugly, it's time to back up. Back up. Back out. Get out. One of the two. Right? One of the two. Let's see what we got. Let's jump to verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out, and their fire is going out. Their light is getting dim. All the things that were shiny and looking good and deceived everybody, it ain't happening no more. And that's all praises to the Most High, because he's pulling the veil or lifting up the veil. He's pulling up the curtain so we can actually see what we have been involved in our entire lives, giving us a chance to move out the way from his destruction. We got to be thankful for that. Well, I'm going to be thankful, and y'all should be thankful too. It is what it is. All praises to the Most High. Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 1. Yep. Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 1. Therefore, Salakia, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. Like I said a second ago, at least three-fourths of the world on the same page, following or being the advocate's advocate, right? Being the advocate's advocate. Scripture read again. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. Woo. And this agenda that they pushing, it's beginning to get bad, boy, worse and worse. But they taking themselves out. I ain't never thought I'd see the day somebody would be running to AIDS or AIDS. You run into that. People told you what it do for you, and you run into it. You are the dumbest. You ain't gotta be the dumbest. You are the dumbest. But it is what it is, man. It's they all on one accord. It's common throughout the earth. Well, I know when I look at my TV, it's common. So if anybody watching this TV that I'm watching, or watching any of that crap on YouTube, it's a common deal. It's not a big thing. One more time, Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men, very common. It's no sweat, no big deal. So what? We do the man on man, woman on woman. So what? I'm gonna dress as drag and go teach in the school. So what? So what? It's not a big deal, man. So what? Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 7. It is a big deal. It's a big deal to me, because I know the outcome and I know the end game, and I'm infuriated with that. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I hope these brothers are sincere in their being upset, and they're lashing out as if they're sick of what they've been going through. I hope they're sincere. I really do. I hope they're sincere about this decision that they make. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Now, hopefully, this oppression is made Kanye and Kyrie pissed the freak off. Right? Not just that. Scripture says gift destroys the heart. They understand that they fell for the okie doke. Right? And the most of these, I was about to say something else, I'm gonna call them coons. These giant coons, they giants. 7 feet tall giants, 400 and 500 pound giants. Satan gave him a lollipop. I like to say something else. But anyway, Satan gave him a lollipop, and it tasted good. It tasted good. So a gift destroys the heart. Satan gave him a box of Cracker Jacks, and still handing out Cracker Jacks. Everybody want to know what's inside. Everybody want to know what's inside. They still going for the okie doke. They still going for the okie doke, man. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. So hopefully Kanye is a wise man. Hopefully Kyrie is a wise man. The Most High stirring up the pot. He's showing all true colors all over the board with these two guys. If you're a racist, you're a racist. If you hate the Most High, you hate the Most High. If you hate the children of Israel, you hate the children of Israel. It's all going down right now with two men. With two men. Reminds me of two men in the book of Revelation. Right? Reminds me of the two men in the book of Revelations that's going to wake up after death, after 2 days, after being trampled upon and attempted to kill him. But in the spirit of the Most High, it can't be done. They will resurrect after 2 days and continue to put that work in and got the power to destroy or kill. And right now, they got the power to destroy and kill. All they got to do is keep talking. They burning up souls. All they got to do is keep talking. They burning up souls. That's all they got to do. So I hope they stay strong. You got to be in it to win it, though. Hope they stay strong. Ezekiel chapter 7:25. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, but it ain't gonna be none. Destruction coming, and everyone that has sided or decided to be the advocate shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Destruction coming. You ought to be able to see it. You ought to be able to see it one more time. The Most High divide and separate, giving everybody a chance to get on the team that they need to be on. Because destruction coming. They shall seek peace, and there shall be none. He's giving you an opportunity, whomever you are. That was Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. Destruction coming. They shall seek peace, and there shall be none. It is what it is. Okay? Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16 through 17. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16 through 17. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. Don't execute falsehood and destruction and craftiness and being subtle in your gates. You're supposed to speak peace to your neighbor or your brother. You're supposed to talk down on him when you see that he's sick of that same madness all y'all involved with. He tired of lap dancing. You're supposed to support him and help him. You're supposed to support him and help him and try to figure a way to open up that door so he can get out, even if you don't want to get out. Let him escape if he want to escape. If it's a price to pay for escaping, so be it. If the man want to get out of jail, let him go on and go and go. If he in there, let him get out of this. He got to pay the price. It is what it is. But at the same time, you ain't got to be no coon. Verse 16, Zechariah chapter 8. These are the things that you shall do, O house of Israel, you Negroes, you so-called Latinos and American Indians of Negro descent over here in the Western Hemisphere. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. Not mayhem and madness and wickedness and deceit. Verse 17, and let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor. Once again, don't hope that he get in trouble. Don't call him an idiot. Don't go out and just tell him where he hiding out at and all that kind of craziness. If the Most High wants somebody, he gonna get him. He's gonna get him. But y'all on the same evil team. You should want to get away from the same person or the same spirit that them brothers trying to get away from. Running to righteousness. Fleeing from wickedness, man. He don't want to be the advocate's advocate no more. But y'all steady trying to call him and con him into coming back. Like he said, like one of the brothers said, don't send none of your little stepping pitches to me. He called the names out. Don't send none of them because they're not going to persuade me to come back. That's what the brother said. So I hope he's sincere in what he's saying. But this is the thing the Most High said. Verse 17. And let none of you imagine evil in your heart against his neighbor. And love no false hope. Woo! Y'all heard that? And love no false hope. For all these are things that I hate, said the Most High. Right? Let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor. And love no false oath. If y'all took a false oath, now you become the advocate's advocate when you took that false oath. Period. These are the things the Most High hate. He hated. If y'all took a false oath, becoming the advocate's advocate, you deceive your own people. And a lot of y'all still loving it, rolling around in it. Rolling around in it. Right? That's what the Most High says. Moving on. Zechariah 7 and 11. Zechariah 7 and 11. Got a little way, so like Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. So they didn't want to hear. They refused to hearken. Right? But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder. Didn't want nobody to touch them or try to persuade them and stop their ears that they should not hear. Didn't want to hear. Right? So when you try to comfort them and you touch them on the shoulder, they shrug their shoulders a little bit like, get your hands off me, man. And they stop their ears because they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Thus says the Most High or whoever. They don't want to hear. Now from y'all, they want evil. Speak to me something smooth, some stuff that I love. Tell me that I got an award coming up or I'm invited to the Grammys. Tell me that. Isaiah 46 and 8. Tell me that. Isaiah 46 and 8. Tell me that. Tell me I'm invited to the BET Awards, man. I don't want to hear nothing about the rest of that crap. But scripture tell you in Ezekiel 7:25, destruction coming. And they gonna seek peace after that. They ain't gonna find it. Because they did what? They turned away their shoulders and they stopped up their ears. They did not hearken. Those are the things the Most High hate. Isaiah 46 and verse 8. Remember this. And show yourselves men and not women. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember this and show yourselves men. Stand up. Stop lap dancing and stand up. Show yourselves men and bring it to mind, O ye transgressors. Stand up and be men. Need to be following suit instead of trying to tear the brothers down. Try to follow suit, but they don't want to rule. Negroes don't want to rule. They love being the advocate's advocate. They do not want to rule. They love destroying their own people, man. They take joy in that mess, man. Most High said, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace and shall not find it. And there shall be no peace. There shall be none. Isaiah 46 and 12. It is what it is. Isaiah 46 and 12. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted, that are far from righteousness. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted, that are far from righteousness. It's just a warning before the destruction comes. Right? Proverbs 23, 1 through 8. It's just a warning before destruction comes. Proverbs 23, 1 through 8. When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. And that's what they don't do. They don't sit back and seek it out and think about what they about to get themselves into when they take that false oath that we read about earlier. You sit down to meat, scripture said, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you. You better think it out good before you shake the hand or sign that paper. Better think about it. Verse 2, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Here it come again. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Right? Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. They're poisonous. They're laced with poison. His grub is laced with poison. These meals are not what you think they are. Right? The chef that prepared it is in Hell's Kitchen. He's a wicked chef. It's Hell's Kitchen. You were invited to a dinner in Hell's Kitchen. All right? The scripture said, put a knife to your throat. Because you don't even know what you're doing. You might well take your own head off. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. If you lusting and thirsty and desiring strongly to be a part of this wickedness, put a knife to your throat, scripture says. If you be a man given to appetite, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. You won't have to worry about me walking around here crying, talking about they after me, they trying to destroy me, or you won't have to be pushing cameramen out the way, telling them to stop this and stop that. You won't have to be standing in front of the camera making all these statements. You won't have to be doing all that, man. And I hope the people watching y'all can some kind of way get that, but they ain't gonna see that part. They gonna see something totally different. They're not gonna see that they're supposed to learn from that. Nope, they're gonna continue to sign their children up and give them away so y'all can continue to be the advocate's advocate. That's what you're gonna do to the Most High destroy you. Verse 4, labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Wow. thoughts ain't the Most High thoughts, and your ways ain't his ways. He said, labor not to be rich, because the rich is it's barely got a chance to even get close to the kingdom, because you want your kingdom now. You want your kingdom now in the world of wickedness. The Most High said, labor not to be rich, because that's when you sit down and eat with that ruler and don't sort it out diligently. You ready to sign that contract and make that false oath. And you're going to have to fulfill some things that you didn't even know that was coming to you, man. You got to, because you done signed away your life. Or the parents have signed away the child's life. What kind of love is it? What kind of love is it? Verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. Woo. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Once again, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not, which is a mirage? You got your heart set on something that is a mirage or an illusion, coming from the illusionist. When you set your eyes upon something that is not, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away. The man said he was worth $2 billion a week ago. This week he ain't got $10. Riches make themselves wings and fly away. That's what the scriptures say. Riches make themselves wings and fly away. Just like that. Just like that. I was rich today and I'm broke tomorrow. It is what it is, thus says the Most High. For riches make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards him. Right? Eat not thou the bread of him that has an evil eye, or evil eye. Neither desire thou his dainty meats. Once again, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye. So Kanye ain't never ate the bread of the so-called Jews that always had an evil eye towards our people. Always. They made a false oath with the so-called Jewish people that does not have your interest at heart at all. Only to deceive you so you can go out and continue to help him destroy us. That's what his intentions are. When you go sit down at his table and you desire to eat with him, the Most High said, put a knife to your throat. Verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he, the scripture said. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. And what's in his heart is deceit, destruction, craftiness, and witchcraft, and all wickedness. Eat and drink, he saith, eat and drink, saith he to thee. But his heart is not with thee, man. So now you know that. And y'all gonna continue to find that out. All these wicked sacrifices, you're gonna continue to find it out. Because you made a false oath. Verse 8. The morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up. The morsel, just the morsel, which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up. And lose thy sweet words. So the morsel which thou hast eaten, just the little morsel that he gave you, because he don't give you nothing if you do got something. He don't give you nothing. Just that little bit he gave you, the Most High said you're going to vomit that up. Because a pure vessel can't take that madness anyway. Poison. Once here, man. All y'all on that crazy stuff they call weed, and it's not weed, man. You got to be able to smell that, man. These folks ain't got y'all. If he's selling it to you, these same ones I'm reading about, if they selling you that, if they selling it to you, they ain't got your best interest at heart. That little morsel that they give you, boy, you gonna vomit it up. But when it go in your system, it's gonna cause all kind of crazy stuff to happen to you. He's sitting back, rubbing his hands together and smiling and laughing, because he got everybody on board, man. Be careful out there, y'all. Tell your family members to be careful. I know they're going to hate it when you talk to them about it, because that's what everybody's about now. I'm glad the Most High pulled me up and out of that thing, but that's what's happening. Watch out for the evil one, right? That's the one that asks you, that's the one whose door you knocking on with your bag open, talking about trick or treat. So that stuff y'all rolling up, y'all look candy, it's laced. It's laced. That little morsel that he give you, you're gonna vomit it up. All right? So stop being the advocate's advocate, man. Find your way back to right. I know it's hard, but it is what it is. Or be destroyed. Scripture say it again, Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction coming, and out they come. Y'all gonna seek peace. There shall be none. All right? So all honor, glory, praise to the Most High, Yahweh. Yahuwah by Hashem Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, Yahusha, Kwam Yashala. All right? Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Most High willing, I'll do it again. From one Shabbat to the next Shabbat. I said Shalom, Shalom.